I will stay there for the moment. Yes, it's the cat teleport adventure. Very important. You can pet the cat in this game. Sometimes. On a good note, I completely forgot all the controls of this game. Yay! I think I'm safe at that spot. It's the map. Oh god, we still have the fake sheep. Hmm. I have to look into the controls. I really forgot all of it. Okay, moving, blah. Sprint. Yes. You can toggle sprint. Okay, jump, crouch. Right, it uses dash on the middle mouse button, which is weird. Interact. Equip, hide bow, shoot, aim. Right, the numbers were like 1 iris. Okay. Broom is on Q. F is hocus. Okay. Okay, first things first. Too loud? I mean, you have a limiter, but then again, I need to know if it's fine. Regardless. You hear me? It's a little bit loud here because I'm standing over the river. Of course, also the question, is the sound okay? No actual distortion noises. Bit of noise, your input. Also, I have to see something. If it kept the settings I put in or resetted that. Nope, it actually... Where did I put it? On performance? I think I put it on performance. Loud river. Yes. Always loud rivers. Should be this setting. Not much. Not really lower volume. This better. This was louder before, so this should be fine. Let's hear it very nice. Should be fine now, right? Ah yes, stream delays. Just think. Okay. To fish or not to fish?
What is that?
What is
Another trinket. tells a different story, doesn't it?
Lost and found. Return them to the hut. Okay. That's something. Last time I encountered that. Fake sheep and fake sheep. Why do I have two fake sheeps? What is this? So maybe for you, Ebitsun, as a short introduction to this game. So basically, you can imagine this game uses mostly a bow to fight enemies. And think of Lara Croft, the Neo games, but like in a fantasy setting, and you play a child version of Baba Yaga, so to say. So you have like quests you can follow. There's like story quests and side quests. You have skills you can level. This is the skill tree. Depending what you're unlocking, you get like special perks that you can choose that change things how you like shoot the bow or something. There's also a morality system in the game. So based on your decisions, what you make in the game, and you also find like various spots in the game where you can do things. It's more simple things. Like there are bird traps, for example, around the world where you can decide, okay, I'm shooting the bird, and then you get feathers from the bird. This is a bad decision. Or you can free the bird, and then it's a good decision. And you can repeat those events because they reset after some time. And so you can basically push this system into more good or more bad. And depending where you push it, it gives you different things. Like here, basically, when you reach this level, you get more stuff you can harvest. The more good you are, usually you get more stuff to harvest, as you can see here. If you're wondering what the broom is basically an item you put on the ground which attracts enemies. So basically, if there are a lot of enemies, you can put that down and they attack the broom instead of you. So you can more easily deal with enemies. So on the other side, when you go more towards evil, on the other hand, you get things like healing orbs from enemies, and so on. It's an interesting system, but I think a lot of people said like this system has not so much influence as it might sound like. Something else we also do not know yet is you can get titles. But what we do not know is, because there's this system in place here, we do not know, does it matter if on this scale the evil comes in first or the good? Does that have an influence? Or is it just a goal to reach regardless which one goes in? We don't know that yet. And we also don't completely understand what the titles exactly do. So I have just been playing the game, and currently I'm at this place at the moment. Here's your journal. There's a lot of stuff you can read. So we are currently searching friends, which are older children, which disappeared time over time again. We got blamed for that and then exiled from the village. But recently we remembered that we didn't take it so easily. We basically burned down the village, I think. So yeah. And also you can collect various things and then you can craft things. You can do that here, or you can press this as a shortcut. For example, here we can craft normal arrows, we can craft sticky arrows. This is the broom and an antidote. That's currently what we can do. We have to find recipes to actually make new things. So yeah. So currently we were, and this is the map currently, but apparently the map is a little bit bigger. And we basically like went here and did a lot of stuff here. And we're gonna return here. And yes, we have talking mushrooms.
Who's here?
Also, we have teleporting cats. I'm going to show you. This is a save point, by the way. It costs a flower.
You'll wring your neck, miserable human.
Yeah, apparently what our decision was did piss off some.
Oh, how hard's my game to play. For Boruta is my name.
So we finished some main quest and some faction of the mushrooms didn't like what we did. So that's why there are some mushrooms around that insult us. And I didn't see this character before. This one is completely new.
Here's the one who weighs the dwellers, judging them with her own soul. Why'd she fear the one who offers only that which helps us all?
I know this old devil. Watch out for his words.
What does he want?
Business. But you can refuse.
Heed me, heed, for I will say it once. Maybe twice if you insist. Clever bird who hunts with wits hardly ever shuns my gifts. What say you?
Oh, great. I have no idea what this is. This is completely new. The voices are clear enough. Should be. I haven't changed anything in volume. So, quite a bit less. You mean the SFX? The effects? That could be a little bit lower. The rest is okay. Meanwhile, Epitum, you want to make some democratic choices. What would you want? Sign or refuse? Infernal deals proposed by Satan. He seems completely trustworthy. Yes. Since I'm a furry, I should get used to that. I'm going there. Well, I'm going there by the standards of people who think religion is a thing, so yeah. This is fine. He's literally the personification of this is fine. I'm gonna carry this over, so What would you choose, Epitune? Sign or refuse? Ah, I got another chat viewer that I can impose democracy upon. Nice. Effects? Yes. The wind is quite loud or overall, so it's better to hear you over the audio. Okay. I will reduce the effect sounds a little bit after this. Meanwhile, with noise, it's time to because you will be involved in this as well. What would you choose? We don't know. So far we have a refuse, therefore, I would say. Okay, so you say sign. You're not deciding for me. I want to hear your opinion if you were in my position, so you would say, you would sign it. Would you go with this decision? Would you say yes? Sign? They are smiling, a clear sign of trust. Yes. It's the same thing, right? If there's a speaking cat talking to you and goes like, I offer you something, you agree. It's a cat. It would never lie to you. That's how life is. You will always trust the cat. So I have two people who say sign. Right? Epi, bit of noise, you both say option 1. Before I press this button. I'll vote for refusing. I missed the terms. The terms are there. Look to your right. Can't you read that? It's not even fine print. Yet, see? On the right side? Those are the terms. Just read it. I mean, think about it. It's not even fine print. He completely shows you the entire contract there. And it's clear, right? It's perfect. It's trustworthy. Seems pretty fine to me. I refuse. That's a typical Will noise answer. I accept that. Epi, your choice? Streamer is so mean, he includes his chat in making decisions. So it's a 1 versus 1, so it falls to me. You suggest, but I asked you to make a decision. You say I sign, so the decision is yours to say you sign. I'm just wanting to make sure. So, you go with I sign, despite that you suggest to refuse it. Correct? What a trustworthy fella. That's a nice fork, by the way. What do you eat with that? Must be a giant paella. Okay. That's 1 versus 1. So I'm going to refuse. I will choose refuse. So it's 1 versus 2.
I'd rather not.
So be it.
I wonder what's the catch here.
You might have noticed there's a second voice called The Voice. We do not know exactly who that is. It's just someone who joined us in our head since we reached Baba Yaga's house. It's not the house of our character now. We play Yaga, but there is a Baba Yaga existing, apparently. Audio. So we reduce the SFX a little bit more. I'm going to reduce the music a little bit. The dialogue was fine, right? Yes. That means it's even more trustworthy. How's that for water noises, a bit of noise? Yes, I hear the kitty. Yes. Okay. Also, there's this strange thing here. I assume this is like a collection box that gives you like materials over time randomized. Because, yeah, there's also a kitty, a very cute kitty, that doesn't want to look at me. There's also another kitty up there.
Just and righteous.
Shut up. They are angry because I stole their honey sauce. They removed the kitty up here. Why? That's not nice.
You messed with the wrong mushrooms.
Yeah. So, kitty. Transportation kitty. Yay. I wanna pet the kitty. But I cannot pet the kitty anymore. So cute. I don't remember if there was a save point here. Regardless.
He's waiting for you.
I know.
So, this is the only place where you can level up. You need to go here. And you need, depending what you want to unlock, specific materials. And this middle material here, you find occasionally in the game. You also notice that these abilities have like a small symbol here. These are related to those things up here. So you can change them if you want to. They have different effects. It's strange enough that it doesn't tell you. So basically, they usually involve like holding more arrows or holding more arrows of a special kind and something like that at the moment. And yeah, I can, help. Press H. Yeah, no, I know that. E. also press the correct E. So here you see this is the current hex I have active, which allows me to carry 3 more arrows of each type, and all healing is more effective. I could change it over to here, but then I would get only 6 more sticky arrows. Toxic veils and sticky arrows areas of effect are bigger, and enemies have a chance of dropping honey, which you need to make more sticky arrows. So if you want to focus on that, then you could choose this instead. But I find currently that this hex is more useful. And this is like a special ability that is sometimes available. But yeah. We haven't figured out what this is because I think it just opens the almanac, whatever. Yes, this is new.
Very nice. Just make sure to dust it off once in a while, will you?
This sounds a little bit loud. So, do we need anything else? I guess we need to go up.
You know what to do.
I said I knew.
Sheesh, what's gotten into you, princess?
Nothing. It's just. Look, I wonder who.
Who I am? Seriously.
Is it true what people say? That I'm the witch's eye in the village?
Witch's eye? Ugh, princess, please.
Witches or barbers, it doesn't really matter. So. Are you.
Baba? You're gonna give me wrinkles. You actually can be funny sometimes.
But Dragway's death. Wasn't it you? Wasn't it. Me?
Think what you want. Now, press the seal.
I'm not here to do what you tell me. I have to go after my friends. I need to find Zora.
Taking over the hut means ridding the land of the roots. And that means you're gonna reach all the memories you need. So yeah, you are here to do what I tell you.
Fine.
Whoops. Oh, so each area is related to a season. Let's see. It's a bit loud, the music, isn't it? Feedback. I'll wait until I hear something. Oh yeah, that's the witch's house. Right, we have the teleportation now. Forgot almost about that. How's the music? Is it too loud? It sounds sometimes like too loud. What do you say? Okay, you say it seems okay. What would you say, Epizu? Music is not always active in the game. Okay.
Another path has opened here.
Yes. Mm. Feathers. Twig. We just got this ability, so basically we can now teleport to those things by just shooting them.
So, want to hear it? It's an answer to pretty much every question ever asked.
It's
Are you
42.
blocking the sun?
Wait a minute. The cat speaks?
Yes.
Oh, come on! You gotta listen to it. Take, for example, the biggest mystery of the universe, the meaning of life. It's all there. Don't you want to hear it?
Either you move, or the sun will. I have all the time.
Oh,
Nice, the cat speaks. Good. The cat didn't speak until now. I like it.
Hey there, furry friend. I don't remember you being all that chatty before. I'm pretty sure I heard the two of you having... Well, see you later then? He's either messing with me or I'm losing it.
Or both.
Honestly, we do not know who the voice is, but I like the person who the voice is. Kitty! Yes, those things are like all around the country. I just like this kind of style where they make this. The sun and the moon and the stars. Just funny. We can destroy those bases, but we have to charge through them. Now, these guys, you haven't seen those. Like, they're like spirits. So you can shoot them and then retrieve them as pine cones. But when you shoot them, they basically like tell you what you should be doing right now. They're like a reminder of what's going on this current quest. So So if you're ever lost, you basically can also shoot one of those guys. There are also materials which you need for certain recipes, so...
It's been a while since I've last been here. 2 years ago. During Midsummer Night.
New land, new possibilities, new children to snatch. Jeez, girl, I'm kidding.
I love how she's messing with her. So let's make a save here. Good. Beautiful. As per usual. Those are really annoying enemies. Look, who's back? It's Mr. Dealmaker. So this is honey. Let's have a look. Okay. Ah. Mushrooms are back. Yes, you can also hunt wildlife.
Looking for someone.
Well, if it isn't the odd couple again.
And well, if it isn't Yaga, the brave dragon slayer.
Dragon mind.
Oh, don't you start again, grumpy old man. You heard it yourself. She said she slew it. So, how long has it been, sweetie? Decades? Ages?
It all happened this year, Jack.
There's nothing as boring as the truth. Right, Boar v. Borko? Spoil sport.
You two haven't changed a bit, I see. Something has, though. It's strangely quiet here today.
Ah, this thing. Some of the kids have gone missing. 3 little mushrooms, to be precise.
These are strange days. Everyone's losing someone, it seems.
Them missing? They set off on their own. Wanted to make their way in the world, build a house or two. Straw, sticks, and bricks. Ignorant punks. I just hope Sprout can keep them from going astray.
Sometimes leaving your home is a matter of life and death. Anyway. Sprout, you said?
The most popular one of the bunch. The big bad wolf. Orders them around.
He's also a bit like you, still trying to find his true nature. The kids may have gotten themselves tangled up in a silly search for some magical flower. Mumbo jumbo.
The flower does exist, but it's not a thing you simply pluck and put in a vase. Someone has to stop the kids. Who knows how dangerous the flower might be?
Tall tales. With the roots sprawling all across the forest, those kids could have gotten themselves into all kinds of trouble.
Well, Mr. Grouchy is right about that last thing. We haven't heard from the younglings for a while now, and they sure are quite loud usually.
I can almost tell what you're going to say next, but...
You got us, girl. And I hate to admit it, but we could use some help here.
Yeah, we could use some help here.
Did you mean the legendary fern flower?
You mentioned the kids went after some kind of flower. Did you by any chance mean the fern flower? The one from the old legends?
We did mean just that, indeed.
You did, Jack.
People say it blooms only on Midsummer Night, but no one has ever really found it. And you're telling me it's out there somewhere?
Of course it is. I bet your people also say the flower can grant its founder riches beyond imagining. That would be so human.
The flower's just an excuse for all the village youth hoping to get lucky when they go into the woods together. Well, no offense, girl.
None taken.
Still, the flower's got a peculiar influence, which is to be protected at all cost. It mustn't be picked. Never. I'm sure you'll know what I mean if you ever see or hear it.
Are kids really at risk out there?
So, you think the kids' lives may be in peril?
No doubt about it. And it feels like this is just the beginning of trouble. The forest is changing, becoming twisted.
Ironically, it's no good news. If only Gordana was still around. She would know what to do.
Gordana, you say?
The witch, back in the day, she knew how to rule the forest with an iron fist. No one dared to oppose her.
The wise, gentle protector. She cared for those in need, tended to the wounded, fed the starved.
As unanimous as ever, aren't you?
Well, some truths may have two sides to them.
And some may only be true for a few, and not for others.
I'm not sure if I've got the time. I need to find my sister.
Listen, I still haven't found the person I was looking for. So,
Sometimes you need to see to other people's problems first, to solve your own in the end.
What Borvi really means is that there'll be something in it for you if you help us.
Something that might help you on your journey. Especially if you're gonna come across,
Baba. Whew. Yes, you may want to bulk up a bit, girl.
fine. I might give it a look on the way. But no guarantees, all right?
Good to hear it. Here, take this basket to carry the kids when you find them. They will fit. They're thin.
Try looking for some clues around a small camp at the foot of the hill.
That's where we've last heard them from.
And whatever happens, just remember, our deeds follow us. All the time.
Like shadows.
Those two.
No tam, widzisz? Tam.
Yeah. Yeah. So we can now teleport over there. Usually you would be stuck here because yes, water is completely deadly. Because that makes perfect sense, right? Mr. Red Boy. Right, what was that? Yeah? Right. So, if you're wondering, that was, an anthill, strangely enough. It looks like a termite thing, but it's related to an ant. We have met a queen ant that basically wants to burn down and destroy the village we came from. And that is related to one of those things I told you about the morality system here. So you can destroy the anthill. If you do, it counts towards a noble thing. Or you can help the Ant Queen do other things. So far, I didn't help her. Yes, these enemies slow you down. Ugh. This, on the other hand, is an what probably nice NPC. We only helped this one so far. So let's see what he wants this time.
Oh, it's so good I found you here, miss. I need expertise from someone from the above.
Mr. Lava, it's good to see you too. What happened?
One of the souls won't rest until it gets its eye back. Supposedly, a rose stole it. Can you believe it? What can this mean?
Out of curiosity, do you enjoy horror games? I do play and enjoy horror games. The thing is, I think mostly, and most of the times, I probably do not react like other streamers to horror games. So, if someone is like, hey, play this horror game, I want to see you getting scared and stuff like that, what you usually expect of people, you might not get the same reaction out of me. But yeah, to answer the questions, I do. But since I play a lot of indie games, it doesn't happen often. I think the last horror game we basically played, apart from Scorn, which basically counts as a horror game, was Bramble, the Mountain King, which I had actually a lot of fun. We had a lot of funny situations going on there. I was asking because I'm a huge fan of horror and can recommend some things. Sure, go ahead. So, I give you two possibilities here. So you can choose. So you can either put your suggestion. I love this word. Suggestions into the chat, or you can whisper me whatever you feel like. I can look at them, and if I find something that I also like, I might take a look into it, or maybe start to play it. Of course. One of the souls won't rest until it gets its eye back. Supposedly a rose stole it. Ah, wait, we destroyed one rose so far. One of the souls won't rest until it gets its eye back. Supposedly a rose stole it. Can you believe it? What can this mean? The thing, you might not know this. There are like blood roses in the game, and if I remember this correctly, they basically steal an eye from someone and they display something they desire, but you cannot touch it. It's an illumination, so to say. And they torture them by making them look at this and never be able to obtain it. I think, if I remember correctly, that was the thing. I'm gonna go with the good morality option here.
The red roses are demons which take the eyes of the misers. Then they make the eyes look at their most prized possessions forever. I think if the soul got over losing that possession, the rose would die. And the soul could finally rest.
Oh, it's curious. I've never heard of these demons. Then again, they've been breeding like crazy lately. Seems like there's a new one every day.
That wasn't too far off, as it seems. This one heals you. We currently have no damage.
May your
Save.
hand be just, but your shears patient.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, good. Good choice, me. Well done, me. You. You again. And yes, you can sometimes retrieve your arrow. Not always. Oh, there's the eye. Give me this eye. What have we
The
here?
fairy rings. This is where they were headed.
Waste of time.
And yes, you can also cook food, but you need meat for that. So you need to hunt the deer for that, or stag, whatever. Well placed vases. Okay, let's just follow this path. Yeah, I've played Amnesia the Dark Descent. I haven't played Penumbra, but I know it. I watch people play it. What do we have here? Hey Lois, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? There's a blood rose here. Yeah. Leave me alone! Right. Here, for example, as an example for good and bad decisions, apparently if you shoot this down, it's a bad decision, but you can then place a flower in here to make it a good one, as an apology. So you can do this. Have to escape these.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't do what? What are
Ain't
you?
this shithead quick.
He sure is.
Well, get a broom. Then he won't be.
Bullseye.
He's one lucky bastard. Would have been a lot worse if I got to him first.
So as you see, this is the broom. Okay. Nice. Yeah, the game slows down if I go into my fast waiting window. That's why the frame rate was abysmal just now. Listen.
It bit me.
Oh no.
Oh, I can feel the poison. I need a cure.
Use it? What was the... What was the... the key for the antidote? Let's see. You're doing alright, Vivnos. That's good. Observer and the vanishing of Ethan Carter. Yes. Observer, I already watched, so basically me playing Observer is not a good idea because I basically know the game. The vanishing of Ethan Carter. I started to play it, but I came to a point in the game where I got stuck and I didn't know how to proceed at all. I didn't follow any walkthrough or something, and I think I didn't really look one up. Maybe I did, and it said like do this, and I was like, yeah, but I can't. I can give it another try. It was the house, yes. So I'm not sure if it's a bug, glitch, I don't know. It just couldn't proceed. Sorry, controls. Keyboard bindings. Which is the antidote? It's 4. Okay. Oh, so I took it. No, I didn't took it. Oh, I have to keep pressing it. That's why. My bad. Can I even damage it? Oh yeah, can. What an annoying guy. Yeah, it's good. I can retrieve some arrows. That's good. Hi, kitty. Let's save. The puzzle is stupid as hell. It's been poorly designed puzzle. You have to brute force it a bit. The rest of the game is good though. Water pest. Yeah, that enemy is really annoying. Well, if you tell me, then I could give the game another chance and will basically like use a walkthrough at this point. I can try it first, but if I get stuck on this house again, I can look into a walkthrough. So chests like this give you upgrade materials for your abilities. Teeth, for example. I wonder how high I can go here. But yeah, if you tell me it's just really an annoying puzzle, then I don't mind to give it another try. Because I started the game and was like, oh, it's actually a good game. And then I got stuck by that stupid house and was like, this is so frustrating. Which I actually didn't expect from the game. It gave me such a frustrating thing to deal with. I see that cave. Sorry about that. I also forgot the special key thing. Controls. Keyboard settings. Which was that? F, I think. That's my hocus. That's the special attack. Yes. Okay, it's F. Antidote is 4. Need to keep that in mind. Something tells me that you can go up there. I wonder why I think that. Okay, interesting. What? It's pushing me off. Why is it pushing me off? Is this intended? No, that's not intentional. They scramble the house up and makes you put it together one by one. Okay. Is it random? So it's not a fixed solution, it's randomized every time someone plays? Not a tooth. Good. Let's see. And here, let's see this. Don't throw me down. I assume this is only reachable from above, not below. Like, this is probably only reachable over there. I think I'm going down here instead. The scrambling part is random. So if you fail, you have to navigate through a new version of the house. It's going through a specific amount of doors, right? If I remember correctly. Or portals. So what you're telling me is like, here's the house, this is solution, figure it out, and you go in, and I think you can also go into the wrong portal. So you go correct portal, wrong portal, getting reset, and scrambled again, and it's a complete different solution. Is this what you mean? If yes, then the developer is really mean, because that's a very bad way of designing a puzzle. Yeah, that's so stupid. It's fine. Like, it's fine when you make a game and you basically make like, okay, we have randomized puzzle solutions, but basically like the game starts and creates a seed for those, and they just remain the same solution for the playthrough. That's fine. But if you just reset the puzzle every time you make a mistake, that's stupid. Like, no matter where you apply this to. More mushrooms. Yeah. That's really dumb. Especially since you don't really... if I remember correctly when I played it, I don't remember there was like some kind of indication of saying like, yeah, this is the correct way. You just have to choose by random choice, I think. Ah. Here we help Hedgehog.
It feels good to help you, little one.
Oh, great. Should I stop doing this? Yeah, stack here. See a lot of exploding bees. That's for sure. Well, they want you to essentially recreate the house as it was before you entered the portal. Do you get like a blueprint for that ahead of time? Like a photo or something? Right, one of those, but I'm not going to do that.
Weavers of life, keep on spinning my thread.
These things, if you offer that here, give you a buff for a certain amount of time, but it's a very specific buff which is meant towards the morality system, which I basically don't need right now. Oh great, these guys. I hate those guys. They're pretty strong. Yes, they're giant dwarves. Not gnomes, giant gnomes. Okay.
I think I'm getting used to it.
Can you speak louder?
Oh no.
The stone. Again?
We encountered this stone before on a bridge, blocking our way. And it's really funny. Because the cat... because the voice tells us what the cat is telling us. What the stone is telling the cat. And at the same time they're like, it's a stone. Cannot talk. It's hard to explain. When you enter a new room, you have to choose a door that leads to another room. You must choose the correct room, and in order to tell which room is the correct room, you must memorize the layout of the house. Before you do the puzzle, it's like a portal to the puzzle, right? If I remember correctly. So you basically have to look at the entire house first, then enter the portal in the house to then recreate the house. Okay. You do see where the portal is going to lead you before you choose, right? Okay. I mean, it's still stupid, but at least you can, like, make yourself a plan on saying, like, okay, this room is there, this room is there. And then it's solvable. But figuring out that you have to do that, because you get no hint what the idea is, makes the puzzle stupid.
The cat says that the stone says that...
Yes, I think I get it by now. You can just tell me what the stone says. Perhaps he'd like to get a little more talkative about what he's doing here. He's blocking the way again.
Yeah, and he won't budge.
I can see that. But why?
He moves for no man. That's why.
All right. Just tell me what I've got to do this time round.
Sounds like he could use a hand on the upside-down bridge.
You mean that bridge? He wants me to climb it?
Mm-hmm. You'll know more when you get there.
And otherwise, he won't let us through?
You can't move mountains if you can't move yourself.
Oh, the stone said that.
Obviously. I mean, the cat said, obviously.
I guess I'll go now.
I love the humor in this game. It's great. Also, if you remember, when we talked to the mushrooms, they mentioned a complete different fairy tale. The piggies and the wolf and the different houses. Right. So you can reasonably solve the puzzle. It's not entirely RNG, yeah. They don't tell you at all what you have to do. Yes, that's why I got confused. It's so dumb, it honestly sucks because the narrative is good, but that one puzzle kind of kills for some people. Yeah, I can imagine that most people actually came to this point, just like me, and gave up. I gave up. And that's not a good decision. Like, don't do that, because you have an amazing game, alright? And then you kill it in the early part of the game by just doing something like this. It's just not good. Like, it doesn't matter how ingenious you think your puzzle is. You need always to think out of the perspective of the people who play your game. Like, if you make any game, you can have the most amazing ideas and the most complicated puzzles, right? That's okay. Do it, but then give it to people to playtest it. And listen to what they say. So if they go and tell you back, okay, it's a very interesting puzzle, but I was stuck because I didn't understand what I have to do. Then you should go back to the drawing board and say like, okay, what can I do to make this more obvious to the players? Even if it's as stupid as a direct hint in a letter that says like, oh, and then I got stuck here in those portals, but I think I have figured it out. You have to recreate the house or something. It's like even that as a hint would be enough. Because then people would know what this puzzle is all about. It still could be frustrating because it changes itself every time you fail. And the hint doesn't have to tell you that. But it kinda subtly hints to that point because the person who wrote the letter said they got stuck at this. Which indicates that it's not so easy to solve. So if you feel like that, then if you read into it, you might understand, oh, okay, maybe the puzzle does RNG. But that solution alone would have been enough, because then people know what to do. I mean, it's a mistake you can make. Which I understand. I just don't understand why they didn't fix it. Like, the game is old, right? So why didn't... And I'm pretty sure people complained about it. So why did the dev not sit down and was like, I think I need to change something on this and patch it? That's the thing. Like, I'm not a game developer, but I understand some things about making games.
That upside-down bridge has always given me the chills. And now the stone wants me to climb it.
That's an interesting bridge. I like it. The thing is, you can make a lot of mistakes when making games. And I don't expect people to be like perfect. That's stupid. Nobody's perfect. Just a word. And you do not have to develop a game, go in early access where you have a lot of people giving you feedbacks. Oh, oh. You again. Why? No. Like, even if you do an early access game where you get a lot of feedback from your community and players who play it at that time, you do not have to listen to everybody, and you shouldn't. But you certainly should take the feedback into account, because you develop the game. You have like a different insight into your own game. You develop the game, you know how it works and so on, and it makes perfect sense to you. But it doesn't have to make perfect sense to someone else. It's basically like when I tell you a joke, and it has like an inside joke in it that is maybe related to something that I know, or maybe I know because it's related to a game I play, but you have no idea what I just said. Like, that's exactly the same thing. Like, the joke is not funny if you don't understand what I'm saying. If I have to explain to you my joke, then something went wrong. But it also can be funny if you encounter a joke that you do not understand, and then you figure it out without someone telling you, and then you go like, why? I had that multiple times. They must not have had playtesting for that puzzle, because I refuse to believe a single tester went through that puzzle and thought, yeah, this is a good puzzle. There is a potential for that,
The
yes.
children must have stayed here for a while. I'll take a look around, look for any clues.
You never know. And not every playtester is the same, of course. But you have an absolute point. It's like, it would be strange if even a single playtester would not say, this is not working.
Bingo. The Great Plains.
Okay. I cannot tell you. Actually, I'm curious. Sorry about that. I'm actually curious who was the developer of that. Ethan. Vanishing of Ethan Carter. The Astronauts. Have they even made another game? No. The game was released 2014. And they had a release on VR 2 years later. There's also the Redux version, which I have. Interesting. If I remember correctly, the Redux version was a rework of the game, but it was a free DLC they made, I think. If I remember that correctly. Something like that. But yeah. Spoilers? Now that looks inviting. A lot of poison over there. Ah, that's the lower part we were. Right. Then we could potentially go here, but there are a lot of those guys there. secret. I don't really want to go there. Yeah, yeah. I think Epic once gave it out for free. Which is funny, a lot of people hate on the Epic Game Store, which I understand. I understand it for the part when games release on the Epic Game Store exclusively for, like, let's say, a year. And I understand that part. But I also have to say, Epic Games Store also gives you a shit ton of free games. And I mean not bad games. Like, not like, hey, we found those shitty games nobody is playing and you can get it for free. Sometimes, yes, they put it into the free game rotation. But mostly you're actually getting quite good games. Like even AAA games sometimes. So, I have to say, I got a shit ton of free games from Epic. And I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm still hesitant to actually buy anything on the Epic Game Store, not because I don't think the developers deserve a better share, because they definitely do. It's just that the Epic Game Store itself is bare bones, and that even after all this time, like those many years since it came into existence, it's still no comparison to Steam. And Steam itself has its own problems. Like, Steam is not perfect. Like, it has also problems. Steam, in my view, should literally sit down and rework the entire Steam system and modernize it. It would do good, because some things Steam does are just stupid. Recently I just got to know that the process when you want to, if you want to enter as a company on Steam, you have to go through the process of filling out a form, and it's really complicated and has actual problems. Oh, this is the first time I actually see the fox without running away. The fox is frozen in time, which is a bit weird. So yeah, the form has like problems and you can fill it out completely correct and then it gives you like an error and says like, no, this doesn't work. What was it? I think it was a point of like, we only allow lowercase letters in this field, but they do not tell you. They also do not tell you what the problem is if you encounter the error. So, fun times. It's things like that. The other thing I also feel like that Steam shouldn't have opened their gates to all the not safe for work games. Like, sure, I can filter them out, but still, it's like, so many trash games are now on Steam because Steam lowered the bar of entry, which I feel like is not worth it. Another thing that I feel is really annoying is basically like, it's good that I can click on a, let's say, publisher or developer and see what they made. But the biggest problem is this. If I click on a developer, I want to see what the developer made. But instead, the link brings me to the publisher of that game and shows me what the publisher released. And I'm like, that's not what I'm interested in. I want to see the games the developer made, not what the publisher released under its label. That is also a thing on Steam where I feel like that's stupid. That shouldn't exist at all. It's just dumb. So yeah, Steam exists, Steam does a lot of good. Steam also included new features, how to search games or how to get recommended games and so on. Nothing against that. But the entire system is very old now. Like, since Steam started to be a thing. At some point you basically need to take this and rewrite it from ground up, modernize it. You have the same problem exists here on Twitch. Like, what you have here as Twitch is an ancient old system. So basically what the people do behind Twitch, they basically just adding stuff to a very old system, and they encounter like limits where they go like, we would love to implement this feature, but it doesn't work with this system that exists. Same problem here. It's like, as well, Twitch would do well to basically from the ground up make a modernized system and transfer that. But it's difficult, right? You're a streaming platform. Steam is a selling platform. So it's hard to say like, hey, we going down for maintenance for the next day to transfer the old system to the new system. That's really harsh. Like that's so harsh to do, and I understand that. It opens so slow when you start it up. I think that is, I cannot tell. It's like I have no problems, but then again, my system works on an SSD. So if you're just on a normal hard drive, then yes, most likely you will encounter long loading time, I think. It's also strange because I basically have like a similar system to a friend of mine, and we both had it on SSD, and yet I loaded my stuff far faster than he did. Fox! Fox, 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 fox. Not gonna shoot the fox. Okay, this leads back to this.
Fancy a walk in the woods, milady?
Yes. I really don't want to do this here, because these guys are really hungry. Let's see. So we basically did this. We got another hint here. 3 little seeds. Look for the kids on the plane. On the plane. Okay. Ah, indication. It's actually behind me. Okay, so to my left. So we will walk in this direction, but then more to the left. But I don't like more to the left. That means this. This guy again. No, go away. Yeah. Oh, you mostly meant Epic Game Store. Yeah, takes a moment to load. Hey, here's a fun fact. Did you know Epic Game Store is running in the Unreal Engine? Isn't it funny? The Game Store runs in the in the Unreal Engine. It's not its own software program. You know, the best part is like, it's okay to make a competition store, and it's okay to give your devs more more of a revenue split, which I absolutely approve of. The problem is that the Epic Games Store started out and then said like, yeah, we are a little bit bare bones, but here's our roadmap. We're gonna implement a lot of stuff you know from Steam. And they're still working on that. Like, they're still working on that. Even now, you basically have a friend list, but you have, for example, no way to turn off this friend list like you have in Steam. Like, you cannot go invisible, you cannot go AFK, be right back, do not disturb. Like, that doesn't even exist. Like, it exists, it has a friend list, but nothing of that exists otherwise. It took them ages to actually implement achievements. And even now, which maybe I stand alone, but every time you like click on place order, if it's a free game or you're actually buying a game, it brings you to this page of saying like, okay, you're going to place this order and the background is white. The entire store is black. And when you place an order, it goes into this screen where the background is white. Why? Why? It's so stupid. Oh. Hey. It's all the small things when it comes to the Epic Games Store where I think like, this should be already implemented since years. Where is it? Why is it not here? Because in all honesty, I wish that the Epic Games Store would catch up on this and become an actual competition platform to Steam. Basically, it doesn't matter if you go on Steam or on Epic Games Store, you basically feel at home. Because they are very similar, they have the same features, maybe they differentiate, of course they should differentiate to some degree from each other, but the basic features that people expect from using Steam since ages should be existing on Epic Games Store. Because you will not get the people over to buy in your store if they feel like this is Windows 95. What really annoys me is when I click on a game in my library, it launches the game rather than bringing up the overview. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, games do not have overviews at all. Like, there's nothing. It's the same thing for me. It's like I want the overview of the game if I click on the game, or I want that it brings me directly to the store page of the game. But if I want to go to the store page of the game, I need to click the three dots and go to store page, which is also very annoying. So yeah, there's a lot to catch up for Epic Games Store, and I really wish they would put more haste into that. Because you have to always keep this in mind. It's not good that Steam is this ancient behemoth of a game selling platform. You need competition, because competition makes people... competition breeds progress. If we want progress in this industry when it comes to games platform that sell you games, then you need competition. In the best case, we get a third competitor into this. That is the golden ratio. There are others, like when Steam came in, other publishers and so on catched up to that. And then now we have the Ubisoft launcher, the EA launcher. We have GOG has its own launcher. And it's just one whole mess. In the meantime, some people at least sat down and were like, hey, we make an open source solution that imports all the games into our program and you have all in one. You still need in the background to have Steam open or any other platform that needs it when you want to launch the game, but here's a solution. Here's like one platform where you can access your entire library no matter from which store you have it. And it's kinda silly, right? Like we needed all this time and so much people getting pissed off by all this shit to make an actual solution for that. I mean, you can apply the same thing to streaming services, right? What good is it that we have like 10 different streaming platforms that stream stuff to us, but we have to buy a subscription to this one, a subscription to that one, a subscription to that one? It would be more beneficial to have one platform where it goes like, okay, you want to watch this? It's from that platform, so you can watch it. You can either subscribe to the platform, which is okay, but it's all in one place, or maybe you're only interested to watch exactly this series from this platform, and you can like rent it, so to say, for a low price. Because think about it, every platform basically asks of you something like 15 to 20 bucks a month to subscribe to them. It's horrible. Like in the end, you pay like 50 bucks for several streaming services, but you're actually only interested in a few movies and series in each streaming platform, right? It's the same problem there. Regardless. I ramble about this stuff because I care. But rambling about doesn't change anything, so... What's going on? Oh, that is going on. I see. Here. Leave me alone. Yes, I heard you, Mr. Maggot. Oh, come on. Could you just leave me alone? Yeah, okay. Just touch me. It's fine. Hello.
Miss, have you heard about these mad ants running Emakel across the land?
Yes.
A real menace they are.
Ants, you say? I might have heard something. Why are they such a problem for you?
I can work because of them. They eat all the bodies before I can drag them underground. This does not look good in the records. Most of the time, I'm faster than them, but I'm just one larva, and there's a whole legion of them. If only I could somehow slow them down.
Well, here, take honey.
The ants won't be able to resist honey. And it'll keep them in one place for as long as you need.
Honey? That's a great idea, miss. Hopefully, that's not against the underworld regulations.
There we go. Jesus, could you just stop? Stop. Just stop. right, this is related to the rolls. What was that? Just aim at the rolls? Where's my crosshair? Oh, there. But yeah. I will be right back because I need to go to the toilet. So I will be back in 2 minutes. So I will leave you here for a moment. Don't run away. I will be right back. And I'm back. There we go. Okay. We have noise. So yeah. Okay. This is the wrong direction. It's behind me on the left. Thank you. Thank you, Blob. Thank you. Maybe soon. Fox. Oh, yeah, plane. I mean, this is a plane. Why did I ignore that? See, here's a trap for a bird. So I can open the trap or I can shoot the bird. Interesting. You can go to the fort, go over there and then shoot this to have a shortcut over here. Interesting. I mean, when you think about it, it's the same with games distribution, right? So you always paid like 60 bucks for a AAA title, and then the industry went like, the cost went up, so we're gonna make it more expensive. Now your games cost 70. And it's pure bullshit when you think about it, because we live in an age of digital distribution, right? So that means the cost went down for distribution. That's one thing. You can deliver your game in a digital way now. Of course, some people would now argue, and most likely justifiably so, that they don't get a physical medium to hold on. It's certainly a point where you can discuss about that, but the thing is this: we have digital distribution, which means we don't need physical distribution. Point one. Point two. You have advertisement, which is spent very unwisely by publishers. Like, it's really bad. Like, if you listen to people who work as developers with bigger publishers, they will tell you that the decisions they make for advertisement and so on is absolute bullshit. So they waste money. And as in a contrast, you literally can be an indie developer, be your own publisher, have digital distribution of your game, and have other avenues to advertise your game, and still make a good chunk of profit, even with a $10 game. We have seen this time and time again, and it's still happening every day, that your so-called undercharged game like your undercharged games, like why are you asking like only 15 bucks for this game, or 20, 25? These guys still make a good amount of profit with that because of that. Big studios seem not to understand this point and are like, yeah, no, we're gonna shove the costs of all of this onto our consumer, which is just stupid. I don't want to go down there. Here. I run. You're still coming, right? At me? Nope. I hear that. Yep. Yeah, they are. But they are also led by a lot of people who still believe in old, outdated systems. That's the other thing. This flower. Wow.
Ooh, with his feet all drummy. With their beats so oddly even. Another one to throw us out of tune?
It seems everyone and everything speaks now.
We speak, we shout, but most importantly, we sing.
Sing? All I've
Hopefully
ever
good.
seen of your kind is biting.
Don't mistake those stray self-seedlings with the sentient beings we've become. Isn't the world changing lately? One day a thought came, chiming quietly down below. And once it turned into a song. We knew we would never let it go.
Few are lucky enough to find any meaning to their lives. That mushroom spawn is probably still looking. Haven't you seen them by any chance? The kids?
There was one here, a loud little ruffian, lazy enough to put together only this sad excuse of a house. Nevertheless, we couldn't let him stay here with all that ill intent of his.
You mean finding the fern flower? Wasn't it just a myth?
That's a good one! Real good! Flower. Let's just say we can't live without each other. And the kid? That scamp's up to no good. We have to stop him before he puts an end to our song. So soon after it began. So, first we huffed and we puffed, but to no avail. Then we sang.
Oh, I get it. You wanted someone gone, so you just sang. Problem solved.
You wouldn't joke around like that if you were inside that shack the moment it collapsed. Sadly, the kid got away.
At least I'm on the right track. Where was he headed?
Down the valley, west from here. Quite a walk, but maybe you can get him. You have legs. Oh, he mentioned something about 2 of his brothers, too. They're all out there, we suppose. Now, if you don't mind, I still have to get ready for the big night. For the flower.
One, this flower is annoying. 2, the voice actress for this flower had a lot of fun. I can tell. Oh. Let's see. We could use some feathers. Maybe some honey. Photosensitivity? How dare ya? Okay. Wasn't there a cat? There's a cat nearby. Basically looking at the cat, so the cat is below. That looks like a fun puzzle. Not really. Du-du-du-du. There we go. Ah, okay. No. You give me honey. That's good. Hey, cat. And I wish I could sit down here. It's a beautiful view. Really nice. Pretty risky, regardless. Sit down here. Yeah.
May your
What is
hand be
that?
just, but your shears patient.
Yeah. And what do we have here?
What is down there?
That is a good question. Hmm. What's that? Ah, it's blood rock. Hedgehog? There's the camp again. Is this another camp? No, it's the same camp. Okay. Far to the west. Oh yeah, that basically brings us back to the strange bridge. So, what is a game, or what are the games you're currently playing yourself, Hipitsu?